don't know if you know, but I know you know that the Note 9 is the best phone out right now. I'm sorry, I just had to start off with that. Now, I've had this thing for a week. I want to share my user experience. Forget all the numbers, forget all that nonsense and benchmarks and camera comparisons and so forth. And I want to tell you the real. I want you to experience what I have. To the best of my ability, I'm going to get you to experience. You know what I mean. My name is CJ. This is CJ Knows Tech, where I love to talk tech, a little bit of sneakers, and anything creative. Today we're going to talk about the Galaxy Note 9 1 week later. 1 week since I've gotten it and received it, 1 week since release date, and I just got to keep it 1,000. I want you to understand the user experience with a device like this. I don't think people go over that enough. I think we focus too much on the numbers, the benchmarks, the price, and so forth. Let's get away from all of that. And let's talk about what matters most, your user experience, what it feels like to use this device. I'm going to convey and translate me as a consumer using this device over the last week. And hopefully it helps you make a decision or just helps educate you on other devices that are out there. Everyone needs to know about this device. It's great, it's wonderful, it's awesome, it's amazing. Unfortunately, we all get lost in the things that I don't think matter most. We start putting these numbers and specs and benchmarks, and the average consumer could give a damn. All they want to know is, how does this thing perform, how does it work, and why should I have it in my pocket? I'm going to tell you that. Now, the Note 9, the number one thing about this thing that's really, really awesome and amazing is this screen. Now, I know you see it, it's big, about the size of my head, but this display is wonderful. It's mesmerizing. It is great. I was watching YouTube videos on it, and I'm just looking at how just butter smooth this screen is. And I tweeted out something just saying, like, man, just watching content on my Note 9 with a little GIF, whatever, expressing how I'm just sitting there, like, enjoying it. And then my boy Travis McP, shout you out real quick, he hit me up and he's like, yo, have you seen an HDR video on this thing yet? Man, nah, I never really cared to look at HDR videos and all that craziness. So he sent me a link to one. I clicked on it. Said, put it in full res. I put it in full res, and I was absolutely dumbfounded, mesmerized, and impressed. The realism, just how realistic the quality of the video was on a smartphone screen. Now, Samsung is the best at making these displays. Any other smartphone that has close to or anything comparable to a Samsung display probably got their display manufactured by Samsung. They got it nailed to a T when it comes to the smartphones in this form factor. Like, whoa, I can't even put it in words. You see these facial expressions? One of my biggest key factors that I love about this thing as a user, it was one of my complaints, was the weight. Now, they have done a serious weight reduction on this Note device. Now, when you get the iPhone X, the weight of this thing is A1. It is small, compact, and super light. Now, when I was going from the Note to this, the first thing I noticed was the weight. I was like, whoa. But on this Note 9, the weight difference isn't by much. Now, the iPhone X is still lighter and a little bit more convenient in the sense. Let me point out why. What Apple is doing with a phone in a normal size form factor and packing a huge display into that right there changes the game. That is a must, that is a need, and I think it's very comfortable, especially for the average consumer. Now, when you get a display and a phone this size, the size of the Note, you gotta know what you're getting into. You're getting a Note. You get a Note because it's the Note. And you know that when you get this thing, you're getting, you know what I mean, a phone the size of my head, basically. And I'm all right with that. The fact that they got the weight right and still kept the premium build that Samsung is known for, man, I'm blown away by that. I'm very happy. Now, I keep this thing in my back pocket, you know what I mean? It's sticking out the back pocket about that much. This thing is big, and when it was heavy, you know what I mean? I rock a conservative sag, you know? Yeah, I'm from South Central LA, you know what I mean? I guess old habits die slow, you know what I mean? But I'm not with no ratchet sagging or nothing. I got a conservative, you know what I mean? I got a grown-up sag. But when the Note 8 was in my pocket, man, it took it down a little too much. It was making it a little too, I ain't trying to be out there like that. So I still get to keep my conservative side with my Note 9. I'm pitching it to my G's. I'm sorry. Now when it comes to camera, and you start talking about camera on all these smartphones, people do camera comparisons, they start putting pictures up to pictures, you know what I mean? It's a smartphone, you know what I mean? But in today's day and age, they're all A1. They all are gonna give you great photos, you know what I mean? I have confidence on my iPhone X when I take a picture, and I have the same confidence on my Note 9 when I take a picture. Yeah, you got the dual aperture and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, all that matters is that you get a nice, sharp, crispy photo. And 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna get that with the Note 9. The camera performs, it looks great. You got that live focus on the rear camera, as well as you get the live focus on the front camera. So when you're facing yourself, you're on that selfie mode, you wanna get a little blur, you can get the artificial intelligence, I'm assuming, to do that for you. And it looks pretty good, you know what I mean? I flashed a couple flicks, snapping regular photos around, you're getting nice, clean photos, you know what I mean? I have confidence in the camera on here, but also I'm a big boy user, you know what I mean? I got Sony cams. Smartphone camera, okay. But they look great. They are awesome, they're amazing. But all that comparison of cameras and stuff, I get it, it's content, but how does it benefit you? Now, if this is the device you're gonna mainly use to create all your content, everything you need to post, then you might wanna look at that and scrutinize the camera between smartphones. But they're all are great. So if you wanted to use the Note 9 as a vlogging rig, I think that's very doable. I was even thinking about doing a video of setting up a vlogging rig, like putting an actual Rode mic on this thing and grabbing, a holder for this thing and going out and just vlogging with it, just to show that you can get great results with this thing. What is gonna be fun and what is gonna be cool, I had a YouTuber reach out to me for a collab video, and he shoots with his Galaxy Note 8 strictly. And he wants to kind of have like a shootout. He's gonna shoot his content strictly on the Galaxy Note 8, and he wants me to shoot content strictly on the Galaxy Note 9, and we do a little head-to-head comparison and so forth. And I think that's fun, and I think that'll also show what you can do and produce with this device or any other device that is comparable. Now there's a accessory to the Note that has a special place in my heart. That is the S Pen. Now this is what makes the Note the Note. You can't jot a note on a Note without an S Pen. Now the S Pen is A1, and if you've seen Samsung's direction when promoting this Note 9, their focus was the S Pen. They put some new Bluetooth features in there. I've always loved the S Pen. I asked for a couple more features. I just want them to keep pushing the envelope. I'm satisfied. Now this Bluetooth remote feature with the S Pen is handy. You know what I mean? You can click it, get your audio. I listen to motivational speaking. That's what that is, you know what I mean? Click it again, cut it off. Also, when it comes to the selfie game, now we all are about that selfie game. So when it comes to you trying to snap a selfie, right, you gotta pull this thing out. You gotta try to line it up, hold the frame, and then you gotta take your thumb, moving the thing, keeping it stiff, and trying to press the shutter button. Man, not anymore. Boy, you get this Galaxy Note 9, you sit here, you hold this bad boy. I think that's a game changer, especially for you people who are super into taking pictures with your smartphones. A lot of you post a lot of selfies, or whatever you into, out, traveling, scenery. A lot of people utilize their smartphone and their smartphone camera and put their content directly to social media. A lot of people live for that. I think this remote feature right here is talking to the people that do that. You got a banging camera with remote access with this bad boy S Pen. Obviously, the S Pen is another subjective thing. Some people hate on it, some people love it. Now me, I love my S Pen. I'm talking about my S Pen, okay? I love it. Another thing that has added to my user experience on this Galaxy Note 9 has been the stereo speakers. Now I talked earlier about the display. The display on this thing is, wow, butter, amazing. But what adds to that viewing experience is having stereo speakers. I mean, everything we watch typical video content on has stereo speakers. So why not your phone? That solo firing speaker stuff, that's not gonna fly anymore, especially not with me. I'm cool on that. I need stereo speakers. Samsung gave it to me. I'm very, very happy. I'm able to watch on this beautiful display as well as hear with these awesome stereo speakers. They're great. They're great sounding speakers. They got good volume, good sound to them. The experience is there. So for all my YouTube watchers, especially if you're watching these CJKT videos on your smartphone, the Note 9 is perfect for that. As well as the Note 8, but you don't have the stereo speakers. No shade. You know what I mean? Something I love about the Note 9. Now, the hardware in this thing, we all know is beefed up. You either got the 128 with the 6 gigs or the 512 with the 8 gigs. The 512, which is overkill, but you know what I'm saying? To some people, it's justified. But what does that do for the Note and the experience? I could say at this moment, I have not experienced any lag, any hiccup, or any issues. This thing is flying. This thing is snapping. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Let's go and hit that fingerprint sensor, you know what I'm saying? Now, if I pull up, as you can see, I haven't closed, wait, damn it. I'm too aggressive with it, I'm sorry. I haven't closed one app. I've just been letting this thing run the way that you would an iPhone. You don't have to close apps on iPhones. Although you can, the option is there, but you really don't have to. It's optimized. And the cool thing I'm seeing on this version of Android on here, which I know is only Oreo, it's not Pie, but when there's apps in the background that are stagnant, not being used, but are power hungry, this thing disables them. I get that message, that notification. Thank you very much for improving my user experience. So the hardware in this thing lives up to what it's supposed to be. As well as, now I will admit, I put Nova Launcher on here right off bat because I like the Nova Launcher experience. I added the material design thing. I got a clean, close to stock Android type of experience, which is what I love. Now, your boy Floss in his hour-long breakdown of this Note 9, he used the TouchWiz, or what's known as Samsung Experience, and he said that it was great. Also, he stated how in the S9 Plus, the Samsung has finally corrected that lag issue. I've heard that from multiple S9 Plus users. So looking forward, that whole 6-month lag reputation that the Samsung devices have seems to have been corrected. I'll find out in due time. On my Note 8, I had great performance after 6 months. And I expect the same thing, actually even better, on my Note 9. So to all those Note 9 haters, please everyone join me in addressing them right now. That felt good. You know what I'm saying? I waited a whole year to get those off. And it feels great. The $1 million question that everyone is asking or wondering or needing to know is this worth the upgrade from the Galaxy Note 8? Should you upgrade if you own a Galaxy Note 8 to the Note 9? Now that question is pretty subjective. It all depends. Can you afford to upgrade to the Note 9? After 1 year, can you afford to switch your smartphone? Are you the type that switches your smartphone every year to the latest and greatest and have the means to do so? Why not? Why wouldn't you switch over to the latest and greatest experience? They fixed all of the shortcomings on the Note 8 in this Note 9. It's a no-brainer. But a lot of people keep their phones for 2 years. A lot of people have to go deeper into that payment plan before they switch. Respect. Like I said in my last video. Plus, next year is the Note 10, the S10. Next year is legendary for Samsung. I believe so. I'm expecting nothing but legendary, Samsung. So, you're gonna win anyway. Just be patient. I know I'm very influential. And other people may be influential, you know. Maybe not as much as me. But I would never steer you to live outside of your means. Be realistic. I'm grabbing each and every one of these because I like to share my user experience the way that I do it, because I feel like I feel like what I do adds something to this tech space. My motto is I create the YouTuber I wanted to watch. And in me seeing all of these tech videos, there is something missing. I'm trying to give that with me, you know what I mean? I'm being me. I'm adding who I am with the things that I saw were missing. I don't even know how to explain it, man. When I watch these reviews and all these different videos, there's some things that I felt were missing. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to fill that gap in that void. And that's what these videos are. That's what this enthusiasm is. And that's what this swag is about. I have nothing else left to say. This is the greatest Note device. This is the top phone out right now. So if you can get it, why not? And if you can't, I'll see you next year with the Note 10. That's it. I got nothing else to say. I'm sorry. My name is CJ. This is CJ Knows Tech, where I love to talk tech, a little bit of sneakers, and anything creative. Smash that sub button. Smash that like button right now. Oh yeah, if you own a Galaxy Note 9 and you've had it, share your experience down below. It's very important. It helps out the community. It helps out everyone seeking this device. You gotta let them know. Talk the truth. Now, I did see that little thing about the whole screen leak and so forth. I don't have that on my device, and I don't think there's enough reports yet to say that that is a huge problem. But hey, it's something I'm gonna keep my eye on and so forth, especially on my device and any other devices. So if you've had that issue, you can comment down below. But I think people are jumping the gun by trying to blow that up. Let's see if it is actually a huge quality control issue or if it's just a few devices. My name is CJ. This is CJ Knows Tech. I'm out. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this bad boy. One damn. If you smell with the Note